Have you ever encountered a door slammed shut in your face only to discover it was the optimal thing that could have occurred to you? Today, we're delving deep into the art of reversing the tables on denial, inspired by none other than the Stoic thinker Marcus Aurelius. Envision yourself in a realm where every refusal doesn't knock you down but propels you forward. Rejection, a term that often carries a sting, can metamorphose into your pathway to greatness. It's not about outsmarting destiny, but comprehending that occasionally the universe's denial is a concealed affirmation of something superior. So, are you experiencing being overlooked, disregarded, or undervalued? It's time to flip the narrative. In this video, we'll dissect 13 potent teachings that guide you to harness the potency of rejection. We're not merely discussing theory. These are pragmatic, real-world tactics that you can implement in your everyday life. Before we dive into the psychological lessons that will make you master any woman, I must remind you that you're in a channel only for winners. Here, there are no excuses or tears. We provide wise lessons that will elevate you to the pinnacle of life, ensuring success in every aspect. But if you're truly committed to change, the first step is to subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of our wise mentorships and thus reach the summit of success sooner. With that said, let's begin. First lesson. Disregard them as well. When life presents you with the cold shoulder of apathy, don't retreat, rise above it. Neglecting those who neglect you isn't trivial, it's a formidable declaration of your self-esteem. Picture this: someone decides you're unworthy of their time. That's their forfeiture, not yours. By opting not to engage, you're asserting, I am deserving of more. It's akin to turning a mirror toward them, silently reflecting their conduct and demonstrating that you're unaffected. Now, how can you achieve this without succumbing to bitterness? Simply concentrate on your life, your aspirations, your joy. Engage in activities that enrich you, whether it's reading, sports, acquiring a new skill, or simply relishing the company of those who esteem you. This isn't about seeking retribution, it's about reclaiming your vitality and directing it where it counts. Sometimes it stings when someone disregards us. However, instead of lingering in that anguish, utilize it as a catalyst for personal development. Construct a fortress of self-respect and let their apathy rebound off it. You're not merely enduring their rejection, you're flourishing despite it. This approach doesn't only demonstrate emotional maturity, it underscores your inner fortitude. Remember, your worth doesn't diminish based on someone's failure to recognize it. Remain authentic to yourself and let your deeds resonate louder than their silence. Second lesson, don't respond emotionally. Rejection can sting, prompting you to react, letting your emotions roam freely. But here's a secret weapon from the Stoic playbook: equanimity. When someone dismisses you, it's tempting to allow frustration or sorrow to take the helm. Stoicism, a philosophy as pertinent today as it was in ancient Greece, proposes an alternative route. It advocates for embracing a composed, deliberate reaction. This isn't about stifling your emotions, it's about refusing to let them dictate your actions. Instead of becoming upset or seeking validation when you're overlooked, take a moment to pause. Ask yourself, why does this affect me? Often, it's not the rejection itself but our own insecurities that inflict the most harm. Here is where we must be pragmatic. You're being disregarded, breathe. Reflect on why this instance isn't defining you, it's just a fleeting moment. Stoicism instructs us to concentrate on our conduct and responses, not on the behavior of others. So, remain courteous, remain compassionate. If you feel compelled to reach out, do so genuinely, not with an expectation of reciprocation. This approach isn't about passivity, it's about mastering your emotions. It's recognizing that your self-esteem isn't contingent on the approval of others. Your strength lies in how you react, not in how others treat you. That's a game changer. Embracing this mindset isn't effortless, but it's revolutionary. When you attain serenity in the face of rejection, you're not merely navigating a challenging situation, you're evolving. You're discovering that your inner tranquility isn't reliant on external validation. It's a voyage towards self-assurance where you learn to appreciate yourself independently. By doing so, you demonstrate genuine resilience and fortitude, and you know what? That's incredibly appealing. People are drawn to those who are self-assured, those who don't falter at the first hint of indifference. So, by remaining composed, you're not just enduring, you're flourishing. You're evolving into someone who can confront rejection and transform it into a stepping stone for personal advancement. That's the essence of Stoicism. Third lesson, remove them from your consciousness. When confronted with rejection, mastering the art of detachment becomes a potent weapon in your arsenal. This isn't about erasing or feigning that the rejection didn't hurt, it's about redirecting that experience into something transformative. Begin by acknowledging the rejection, feel its impact, but don't allow it to consume your thoughts. Like a proficient sailor navigating turbulent waters, utilize the waves to propel you forward, not to overturn your vessel. Transforming rejection necessitates a shift in perspective. Envision rejection not as an obstacle but as a detour sign guiding you toward new opportunities and possibilities. Engage in activities that nourish your soul and broaden your horizons. Immerse yourself in a book that challenges your intellect, partake in a sport that pushes your boundaries, or contribute to a community project that offers fresh insights. These aren't mere distractions, they are milestones on the path to self-discovery and growth. Each new experience molds a part of you, rendering you more resilient and adaptable. Additionally, cultivate a circle of positivity. Surround yourself with individuals who uplift and motivate you. In their presence, share your aspirations and lend an ear to theirs. Such interactions foster an environment where mutual growth flourishes. Remember, rejection doesn't define your worth. It's an opportunity to rediscover and reinvent yourself. As you traverse this journey, you'll realize that what once appeared as a painful rejection was, in truth, a gentle push toward a more gratifying path. Fourth lesson, showcase your value. Rejection may sting, but it's also a gauge of your resilience. Instead of crumbling beneath its weight, consider it an opportunity to unveil your determination. The next time you're sidelined in a meeting or overlooked for a promotion, pause. Instead of brewing a tempest of self-pity or resentment, channel that energy into productive action. Engage in a project that underscores your capabilities or volunteer to spearhead a new endeavor. Your value isn't diminished by others' oversight, it's a chance to radiate even brighter, undaunted by the shadows of dismissal. Recall the adage, when one door closes, another opens. It's not mere chatter, it's a call to action. Rejection isn't a reflection of your worth, it's a redirection toward where you're more needed. If passed over for a role, perhaps it's the universe nudging you toward a path better aligned with your talents and passions. Use this as impetus to reassess and realign. What are your core strengths? How can you pivot to capitalize on them? It's about crafting your success narrative where every setback paves the way for a comeback. This isn't about masking disappointment with a smile, it's about embracing the full spectrum of emotions and then progressing with grace. Stoicism instructs us to focus on what we can control, our actions and reactions. When confronted with rejection, cultivate empathy, both for yourself and others. Perhaps the colleague who overlooked you is grappling with their own insecurities. Extend compassion, not as a weakness, but as a testament to your fortitude. Grow from these encounters, reflect upon them, and emerge like a phoenix from the ashes of rejection, more resilient and enlightened than before. Rejection, therefore, isn't the culmination of your tale. It's a plot twist propelling you toward the most authentic, resilient version of yourself. Confront it boldly with the wisdom of the ages and the vigor of youth, and witness as it evolves from your greatest fear to your staunchest ally in personal growth and success. Fifth lesson, sever communication. Silence isn't merely the absence of noise, it's a potent instrument in your emotional arsenal, particularly when grappling with rejection. Picture this, you've been disregarded or declined. Your instinct may urge you to mend the situation, to reach out, to bridge that divide. But here's where you alter the narrative: embrace quietness. It's not about playing games, it's about reclaiming your authority. When you opt not to react, not to inundate with messages or calls, you're taking a step back. This pause isn't solely for their benefit, it's for yours, to recalibrate, to recall that your value isn't contingent upon someone's validation. Let's delve deeper. This silence isn't passive, it's proactive and strategic. You're not merely idling, you're contemplating and evolving. It's an opportunity to realign with your aspirations, your passions, your life. Consider it akin to pressing a reset button, offering you clarity and fortitude. This interval of no communication isn't chilly or unkind, it's a boundary you establish for your mental well-being. It's asserting, I hold myself in too high esteem to pursue or plead. This mindset isn't just stoic, it's empowering. It communicates volumes about your self-esteem and assurance. Ultimately, ponder the tacit message you convey. In a world where instantaneous responses are anticipated, your silence can be intriguing, even alluring. It demonstrates that you're not easily rattled, that your life brims with interests and priorities beyond this rejection. It's not about instigating regret or coaxing a return. It's about showcasing your solidity, your centeredness, your immunity to external validation. This approach doesn't guarantee a shift in their conduct, but it guarantees a transformation in yours, rendering you sturdier, more composed, and prepared to confront whatever lies ahead with grace and composure. Seventh lesson: disprove their doubts. Disproving others isn't merely about refuting their skepticism, but about demonstrating to yourself what you're genuinely capable of. It's about converting rejection into your catalyst for advancement. Let's say someone questions your proficiency in a particular skill or task. Here's your opportunity to hone that skill, not for their affirmation, but to surpass your own limitations. Delve deeply into learning, practice tirelessly, and exhibit a level of expertise that even surprises yourself. This isn't about a grandiose unveiling to the skeptics. It's about quietly erecting a stronghold of competence and self-assurance. Now, envision the impact of your actions over words. You needn't announce your intentions or progress. Let your achievements speak for themselves. If deemed lacking in creativity, engage in a project that showcases your ingenuity. If labeled as uncommitted, let your steadfast actions serve as your retort. This silent evolution of self-improvement isn't a battle against others' perceptions, but a quest for personal excellence. And when you alter your narrative, the world's perception of you shifts in turn. The true essence of disproving them lies not in altering their judgments, but in reshaping your own self-perception. Your journey of self-enhancement will not only astonish others, but also redefine your perception of your capabilities. This isn't solely about disproving them, it's about redefining what success means to you. And in this expedition, the ultimate triumph is realizing that the only validation that truly holds weight is the one you grant yourself. Eighth lesson: take a leap and enjoy yourself. The true essence of existence shines brightest when we step beyond our zones of comfort. Embracing happiness isn't solely about having a good time, it's a strategic maneuver to foster resilience. When confronted with rejection, the typical response is to retreat, to simmer in the bitterness of the experience. But here's a twist: defy that instinct by actively pursuing joy. It's not about disregarding your emotions, it's about providing them with a new arena. Whether it involves exploring a fresh interest or revisiting a former passion, the action itself becomes a statement of defiance against the burden of rejection. Humans thrive on social interaction, and there's immense potency in shared experiences. In your journey to leverage rejection, remember the importance of your community. Invite companions for an outing, participate in a communal creative project, or simply share a meal together. These instances of connection do more than just uplift your spirits, they reaffirm your place in the intricate tapestry of human relationships. Each shared laugh, each exchanged tale serves as a subtle confirmation that you transcend the sum of your setbacks. You're an integral part of a broader narrative, one that flourishes on connection and mutual resilience. This is where the genuine magic unfolds, stepping into the unknown. While rejection may initially seem like a closed door, in reality, it opens countless others. Sample a cuisine you've never tasted, explore a neighborhood you've yet to traverse, or participate in a workshop on an unfamiliar subject. These encounters aren't mere distractions, they're opportunities for personal growth. Each fresh experience enriches your character, rendering you more adaptable, empathetic, and equipped to navigate life's uncertainties. Remember, the objective isn't to erase the memory of rejection but to evolve from it, transforming every into a stepping stone toward a more enriching, vibrant existence. Ninth lesson, enhance your social standing. In a room where you feel overlooked, almost invisible, lies your concealed opportunity. Stoicism teaches us to transform such instances of rejection into catalysts for personal advancement. Instead of chasing validation, focus on self-improvement and community engagement. This isn't about ascending a social hierarchy, it's about ascending your own ladder of self-growth. Activities like physical fitness, exploring interests, or advancing in your career aren't merely tasks, they are instruments to sculpt a stronger, more resilient self. Consider sharing your journey not for accolades but for connection. When discussing your passions or accomplishments, let it serve as a bridge to connect with others who resonate with your narrative. This isn't a tactic to amass followers, it's a genuine effort to find kindred spirits. By participating in volunteering or networking, you're not merely embellishing your CV, you're crafting a fabric of meaningful connections. This approach is deeply entrenched in Stoic philosophy, where personal development and contributing to the collective good are intertwined. In enhancing your social status, the intention is paramount. It's not a pursuit of popularity, it's a voyage toward becoming a better version of yourself. Each stride you take should be toward improvement, with a ripple effect that enriches the community. This shift in perspective is pivotal. It's not about being seen, it's about witnessing your own growth and, in turn, aiding others in their growth. This Stoic mindset serves as a potent tool in navigating the modern world, turning the tide of rejection into a powerful wave of positive transformation. 10th lesson, behave as though they are inconspicuous. When someone disregards you, sometimes the most potent reaction is a silent one. It's not about being vindictive or aloof, it's about honoring your own tranquility. If someone opts to disregard you, let them. Don't squander your energy attempting to garner their attention or initiate a conversation. Instead, redirect your focus. In a social setting like a gathering, this might entail engaging with someone who appreciates your presence. Initiate a conversation there. It's about realizing that your value isn't contingent upon someone else's recognition. In the inevitable encounters where interaction is necessary, maintain professionalism. Keep conversations succinct, direct, and devoid of personal intricacies. This isn't about outshining them, it's about prioritizing yourself. By keeping interactions strictly professional, you're not allowing space for unnecessary drama. It's a stance that communicates, I'm here for what truly matters, not for the theatrics. This approach aids in maintaining focus on what's essential, keeping you grounded and unfazed by indifference. Ultimately, if the disregard persists, embrace the power of disengagement. This isn't capitulation, it's a strategic withdrawal. It's about recognizing that your energy is better invested elsewhere, in relationships and endeavors that bring you joy and growth. By opting not to participate in a one-sided struggle, you're not simply moving away from a person, you're moving toward superior opportunities, healthier interactions, and a more serene state of mind. Your response to indifference isn't indicative of defeat, it's a testament to your resilience and self-esteem. 11th lesson, employ the silent treatment. Quietness in the presence of apathy isn't about gaining an advantage, it's about upholding your dignity. Stoicism instructs us to utilize silence not as a tool for incitement or manipulation, but as a means for self-reflection and emotional mastery. When someone disregards you and you choose to respond with silence, let that silence serve as a period of introspection. It's an opportunity to comprehend your emotions, sift through your thoughts, and attain clarity. This isn't about punishing the other individual, it's about safeguarding your inner tranquility. Within this silence lies a profound potential for personal development. It's not about closing yourself off, it's about opening yourself up to introspection. Stoicism encourages us to seize these moments to ponder our virtues, our principles, and how we wish to engage with the world. It's a chance to inquire, why does this affect me? What lessons can I derive from this? How can I evolve? This form of silence is constructive, not destructive. It's an occasion to fortify your character and align your responses with your convictions. So, if you opt to maintain silence, let it be a deliberate choice rooted in self-preservation and sagacity. It's a decision to abstain from participating in behaviors beneath your dignity, such as manipulation, retribution, or pettiness. Instead, it's an embrace of Stoicism's call for moderation and self-restraint. By electing not to react, you're not merely disregarding someone else, you're attentively attuning to yourself. It's a practice in maintaining your composure, concentrating on your personal journey, and embodying the Stoic principle of serenity in the face of adversity. 12th lesson: refrain from seeking attention. In the presence of indifference, the Stoic path doesn't involve pleading for attention. It's a summons to ground yourself in your inherent self-value and autonomy. When someone disregards you, it's not an invitation for you to clamor for their notice. Instead, it's a chance to introspect and reaffirm your intrinsic worth. Stoicism instructs us that our self-assurance shouldn't oscillate like a pendulum in response to others' regard. It's about standing steadfast in your own self-esteem, recognizing that your value isn't subject to negotiation. Engage in your passions and pursuits with a spirit of self-reliance. It's not about flaunting yourself to make someone realize what they're overlooking. It's about acknowledging for yourself the qualities you bring to the table. Immerse yourself in activities that nourish you, connect with individuals who value you, and cultivate a life that fills you with pride. This isn't a passive gesture, it's an active embrace of your own existence. It's about being so engrossed in your personal growth and happiness that the quest for external validation begins to lose its significance. So, instead of chasing fleeting attention, invest in yourself. Construct a life that satisfies you, independent of external perceptions. Let your confidence and self-assurance arise naturally from your personal progress and accomplishments, rather than being a facade put on for an audience. This Stoic approach isn't merely about coping with rejection, it's about transcending it by focusing on what truly holds importance, your journey of self-development and fulfillment. You transform rejection into an opportunity to fortify your determination and deepen your understanding of self-worth. 13th lesson: practice benevolence while maintaining emotional distance. Even in the face of indifference, opt to respond with kindness, yet uphold a guarded emotional stance. This isn't about being frigid, it's about safeguarding your inner serenity. When someone disregards you, it's natural to experience a pang of hurt or frustration. However, Stoicism instructs us to greet such instances not with emotional upheaval, but with a composed demeanor. Extend a smile, offer a polite greeting, or convey a simple wish for a good day, but do so devoid of any expectations. Your kindness should be bestowed as a gift, not as a bargaining chip. Maintaining emotional distance doesn't entail constructing barriers, it's about delineating boundaries. It's comprehending that while you have control over your actions, you cannot dictate how others react. This emotional detachment isn't indicative of frailty, it's emblematic of strength and self-esteem. It's a deliberate decision to refrain from allowing someone else's actions to disrupt your emotional equilibrium. By remaining kind yet detached, you're asserting, "I choose not to permit your indifference to unsettle my equilibrium." This approach not only shields you but also emboldens you. This blend of kindness with emotional detachment epitomizes Stoic sagacity. It's a harmonious equilibrium that enables you to engage with grace while retaining steadfast in your emotional integrity. It's a manifestation of self-respect, both for yourself and for others, and a manifestation of your maturity and insight. Thus, you navigate through life's rejections not with rancor or anguish, but with an unwavering sense of inner tranquility and dignity. 14th lesson. Conceal your struggle. When someone disregards you, the urge to unveil your hardships may be compelling. However, Stoicism imparts the wisdom of maintaining composure. It's not about feigning contentment, it's about internal fortitude. Demonstrating resilience isn't an act, it's an indication of genuine inner steadiness. Proceed with your life with the same fervor and resolve as before. It's not a spectacle for others, but a confirmation of your own resilience. This approach isn't about negating your emotions, acknowledge them, but don't let them steer your course. Let tranquility and self-assurance be your compass. It's about managing what you can, your actions, your reactions, your demeanor. By carrying on with confidence, you're not merely exhibiting strength to others, you're reaffirming it to yourself. It's a subtle yet potent assertion that your self-worth transcends others' judgments or conduct. Essentially, by concealing your struggle, you're embracing Stoic resilience. This isn't about suppressing emotions, it's about handling them in a manner that upholds your dignity and self-esteem. It's a manifestation of sagacity and integrity, illustrating that you're anchored in your character and impervious to external influences. Your response in the face of rejection isn't merely for public view, it's a mirror reflecting your own fortitude and stability. Together, we've traversed the twists and turns of reverse psychology, uncovering 13 potent lessons on leveraging rejection for success. Remember, each no you encounter is a step toward resilience, a Stoic lesson guiding us to harness our inner strength. Now, I challenge you to integrate these insights into your daily life. Alright Stoics, we're nearing the end of today's video. Remember, this site is only for winners, as I mentioned at the beginning, and I consider you one of them. For that reason, remember to subscribe and activate the notification bell to reach the ultimate goal. I assure you that with your perseverance and Stoic philosophy, we will make you reach the peak of success. See you in the next one, warrior.